Hey there. Today I'm gonna try out the BMW M3 E30 on Assetto Corsa because today, actually yesterday, I bought Project Cars 3 for PS4, the deluxe edition. I don't even play it because I can't. It doesn't even detect this wheel. That's how ridiculous this is. So I try to get a refund. PSN doesn't give a refund. Hurts my heart. But at least the Assetto Corsa is good and everything works with it. So I'm definitely not going to use a gamepad on Project Cars. I bought a wheel for a reason because I like to feel immersion and have fun on driving games. Even though Project Cars isn't really a simulator anymore, it's just, from what I've watched, it just looks stupid right now. Even the graphics, like when I tuned into it, like the graphics were absolute shit, looked like a PS3 game. So I don't know, hopefully they patch it up and stuff. Like, I already paid for it, so I'm gonna have to put some time into it once the wheel stuff gets sorted out. But fuck that for now. I'll play some Assetto Corsa on my favorite track, the Nordschleife. I don't know how this car handles, I haven't used it yet. I'll just go for like 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock is good. We'll do a clear day. We'll go like 26 degrees. Track surface, good. Time multiplier, doesn't really matter. There's no penalties because I'm just gonna do a lap. Alright. Off. This I need because I use paddle shifts. I'm not sure what this is. Off. Take that off. ABS. Factory. Stability control. Mechanical down. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to try to do a lap. Tire wear. Do all this. At least if I put on factory, it's going to match whatever it comes with in real life. Alright. Or in this case, it came with way back in the 90s. Assetto Corsa is actually a really fun game. The force feedback is amazing. The cars feel great. I don't know, it's similar to Gran Turismo, but a little bit better in terms of the feel for a car. It does feel more like you're driving a real car. Gran Turismo is really good, but you know, it has that arcadey thing kind of messing it. I wish Gran Turismo 7 actually went full sim. So yeah, let's see how I do with this. I might even get this game for computer at some point, due to the fact that like you can download so many different vehicles and stuff. Brake power, fuel, whatever. Front spoiler, rear wing, be good. Suspension, street. Go with that. It's an M3. Gotta treat it like an M3. ABS. I'm sure this car had ABS. Not sure why the wheel's shaking. Alright, let's test this out. Not sure how. I haven't played this in a while. Sounds good. Pretty well, except over there I lost a little bit of traction. So far it's very fun. tried taking off the stability control. Fuck, I don't know how I was gonna say that there. Just to test it out, because it says there I had it at the max. I'm not sure if it really matters or not. I'm sure if I turn it down, there might be a difference. Because I kind of feel like it may be... Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way to gear 1. Yeah. If I turn that down all the way, I wonder if it's gonna spin out or not. Like, I don't know, I want to see how it handles. Stop downshifting. I need to make sure I get to the proper speed. It's the first time driving the car, so honestly feel like I should have went on a second gear there. Absolutely likes to drift. Should at some point get a gearbox for these older cars. Now everything has paddle shifts and dual clutch. But it is fun to drive these older cars with stick. You can tell it doesn't have as much power now that we're going uphill. Go and buy Project Cars 3 for the PS4 because it has, you know, 3 or 4 of my favorite cars. I like the new Porsche 911 Carrera S. I like the Jesco. The new C8 Corvette, fucking beautiful. I like the Supra, really nice car. You know, the Chiron. And then they take away the simulation element that the second one had, and it's like, why? Like, yeah, you want to get more people to play, but it's like, dude, we have the crew, we have Need for Speed, we have, you know, we have those games that, and they come out every year, so it's not like, there's no point in making another arcade game, especially like Need for Speed is out there, they're always the same type of game. You got a ton of nice cars, but it's super arcadey. Project Cars had to go ahead and change everything because they think they're gonna get a bunch of people, but they're not, because the game is getting terrible publicity right now. Terrible. And I haven't tried it with the wheel. I've seen a pretty sick video from another guy with a wheel, and it looked really good. But I'm sure he was driving on a PC, and the camera that he had can also camouflage how bad it is. I don't know. Watching the guy, it looked good. Then I bought the game. So disappointed. Like, release time. The game has been tested and all that. Release time, and I can't put the game work into this wheel. I was so mad. So mad. So then I was like, oh, I wonder if my wheel's okay. So I plug it in, or I keep it plugged in this case. I switched through every USB slot, every single one. Even took off the extension and put it straight on the PS4. Still nothing. So I'm like, yeah, let me test it on another game. Plug it in, put Assetto Corsa Competizione, worked just fine. Just fine, 100%, no problem. So it's the game. It's obviously Project Cars 3. It's not the wheel. It's not the fucking. It's not the. It's just the game. It's the game itself does not have the wheel yet on it. How can that happen? A specific wheel for PS4. I have the PS4 G29 Logitech. I wonder, because I want to upgrade to a Fanatec at some point. I wonder if it would even detect that, to be honest. Like, I really wonder. Because that would suck if you spend 700, 800 Canadian dollars on that wheel, and that's just like the CSL or whatever. If I went for that direct drive, that would even be more disappointing, because that's almost $3,000. If the game wouldn't work with that, the fuck? You make a AAA racing game, you downgrade your graphics, you downgrade your driving physics. Apparently the tires now are like super sticky, but then I watch videos, everyone's drifting around. It's like, dude, that's not how cars behave. Like, wow. I want to test the game myself, but I'm not testing it with a fucking controller, because the controller, like, there's no immersion with that. I just can't do it. Like, even Grid, with the controller, I didn't even try it. I tried it with my wheel and I played it a bit, and Grid actually feels good. It's not a sim, but it feels great. It's fun, but that's what they're already known for, right? Oh boy. Grid's not promising a sim. Now Project Cars is out here promising a sim and putting, all these beautiful cars. I forgot to mention the Porsche 935. The new one, not the old one, because the old one was already on Project Cars 2 and maybe on 1. But the new 935, fucking beautiful. I've been waiting for a game to have that. They have it, wow. And then the game is shit. I haven't even played it yet. Played it for like less than a minute with a controller while I was trying to figure out this. And with the controller, I was like, no fucking way. Alright, so I did a lap on this. Felt good, a little drifty, but I need to test this with, turn down that stability stuff, because I wonder how much that is helping me right now. So I'm gonna back out, go with the same car, practice, okay, traction control factory, stability control. I honestly wonder if this, because I have traction control as factory, I wonder if stability control is gonna mimic that, or if, whatever, I'm just gonna put it at 0. So, here we go again. Car still looks good. I kind of wish the new BMWs, instead of going with that ugly, new grille, looks like Hitler's mustache. If they went with, kind of to the retro design, make the round lights futuristic, that grille that goes all the way to the lights, do something with that. Like, try to go a little retro, like, look at the Mustangs. The 90s and 80s Mustangs look like shit. Then in the 2000s, they're like, let's try to make it look a little like the 60s. And it looks amazing. The new one looks amazing, and it still gives some vibes to like the old ones. The Corvette now looks completely different from anything. But yesterday, I believe, I saw like an old, I think a 69 Corvette or something on the highway, and it was just beautiful, beautiful. Yellow, like like, I wouldn't mind buying one. They are affordable right now. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Stability at 0. Traction control as stock, like what it really comes with in real life, I don't think the stability control matters. It feels pretty much, it feels the same. Like, I can't tell a difference. Yeah, it feels exactly the same. So just having it as in factory mode, at least on this car, it's not making a difference. But this is like a 90s car, like, it's not that fast. Like, it's shitting itself to get to 200. But back in the day, this thing must have been crazy. I know one of my uncles had a car just like this, a 3 Series, back in the 90s or the 80s. I don't think it was an M3. I think it was just like a 320 or something. This was in Portugal, 320 diesel, very popular there. That's what they use in Portugal for the most part, diesel. I had a Volkswagen Scirocco 09. It was gas because it's so much cheaper, a gas car. It was 25,000 euros. And a diesel one, I believe the diesel was 38. Whoa. Okay, I fucked up right there. I believe the diesel was 38,000. So quite a bit. Like, dude, I could buy so much gas with $13,000. Probably didn't spend not even close to that during the whole time I owned the car. It was standard. I don't even think they make Scirocco's with automatic transmission. I'm not sure. I know in Portugal they didn't. Did they sell them with automatic at all? I don't know. I would have to look that up. Okay, I'm definitely not focusing because I'm talking too much. Slow down. Maybe the stability control does play effect. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing concentration here. Let's see, let's push this again. The brakes, the car tends to go right. That's what I mean about Assetto Corsa. On GT, it would just go straight. Assetto Corsa, the car shifts when you apply brakes and stuff, just like in real life. When you apply brakes, sometimes the car tends to, you know, follow the road, or with the weight shifts and stuff. GT, as much as I love the game, they lack on that a little bit. And I think GT could be even better if they just go full sim and give the option for you know, like the more hardcore or not the hardcore, but for people that are more casual, you know, put a bunch of assists, but then online also put them in races with other people that have those assists, and then make a section for people that want to play like full sim with everything just turned off or stock, right? And that's what they can do with these games. You can put assists. Can't do it on Need for Speed and shit because the game just doesn't have the physics for it. This poor thing is shitting itself to get up there. I think when I spun there way back, it was just me, lack of attention. Because the car feels like it's handling just fine again. When you get distracted, you tend to do stupid shit, fuck up. Come on, man. And I don't consider myself a hardcore sim racer, not at all. I just like simulation games better than the arcadey stuff. So I try to go for those, even though PS4 doesn't have many, and what they have is already like a Simcade-ish type. I do have R Factor 2 on computer. It's on my laptop. I have a gaming laptop, but I don't really want to play it until I get like an actual custom computer desktop, because the laptop overheats, and I like to play games with the graphics cranked up. So playing the game with the frame rate and all that just doesn't, I don't know, man, it's not good on a laptop. It overheats. As much as that laptop is good, it is what it is. Like, laptops overheat because they don't have enough space for cooling down, and the fan is small, you know, it just heats so much. Thing likes to drift. But yeah, once I can do that, which should be soon, I can finally play R Factor 2. I got Race Room, that's free, but you can buy stuff. Then what else is on computer that is? I want to get Assetto Corsa on computer too, like, because there's so many mods that you can download, so many different cars you can try that people just make for the game, and you don't get that on consoles. I wish the PS5 they kind of put that in, where you can download mods and stuff. Can you imagine? I am more of a console player. I just, you know, you get what you get in terms of graphics, the max that it allows. It's practical. Definitely has less crashes, because every experience I have, even with my gaming laptop, even with games that are pretty smooth to run and don't demand too much power, even those sometimes have problems and crash. PS4, it's rare, almost never crashed, and I've had it since it came out. So it's just what it is, right? Computers running so many different things. Consoles are only focused on the game, but then you go to the menus and it's slow as fuck. Like, for me to like open up my friends list to see who's online to play some Call of Duty takes almost 10 seconds for their names to show up. Computer, that would be fast. But that's the thing. Consoles are just focused on the gaming part, and that's why I like it. Like, it's so fast to just go game. When you brake, it tends to go that way every time. It didn't feel much different, even though I got out of the track a couple of times. I don't know if that was just me not focused. I'll have to look this up, seeing if it does matter that stability control on or off, because I have the traction control for factory. Yeah, I'll just keep it on 0 anyway. So this car felt fun, just really fucking slow. What else can I test here today? Since I can't even go test Project Cars 3. Corvette, finally saw C8 like live Nordschleife. Go with the Lambo. Let's go with the daily driver car, Porsche Macan. Go this color here. Specs 400 horsepower because this is the turbo. 550 pound-feet of torque. It weighs almost 2,000 kilograms. Top speed it says 266. Has acceleration 4.8. It's not bad for an SUV. Weight to power 4.87 kilograms per horse. All right. Da-da-da. Nordschleife. Yeah, I could change it up, go a different track. I just like to do laps on the Nordschleife because it's so fun. But we can go somewhere else. Spa. I love spa as well. Continue. Oh, see, this stays exactly like I left it before. Alright then, there we go. Let's see how this Macan behaves. I prefer the rear lights on this Macan than the new one. The new one, they kind of put a bar all the way. So it has the lights, but it has like a full bar in the back. I know on a lot of cars it looks really nice, but on this car, I really liked these lights in particular. They were just so nice and slick. Now the other ones look good too, but these just looked so much better to me. I'm not gonna mess with anything. Traction control. This car comes with traction control anyway, but whatever. Alright. So what I mean with the lights is, I don't know, they're just so nice on this car. In my opinion, these rear lights. They look so beautiful. Front lights too, like the car is just... I think this is one of the or the best looking SUV to me out there right now. Oh, it has power on the game. Sounds like a Porsche. Assetto Corsa really does a good job of like making the sound okay, it doesn't turn very well. It's not a race car. Nailing the sound. Like, I think the sound just, it's amazing on this game. No other game that I've played sounds this good. I haven't played iRacing and I heard that one's really good. So I don't know. And I'm probably not gonna play it because it's subscription based. Like, why can't I just pay for the fucking game and play it? Why do I need to go and get pay $5 a month? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Turn, my son, turn. Doesn't turn very well. And the shifting's not the fastest. Shifting on my car is the worst. Car comes with paddle shifts, doesn't even let you use them. Like, even if you put I have a TLX A-Spec, even if you put my car on Sport Plus mode, it still doesn't let you fully control the gears. Like, it doesn't. It still puts a gear on if it feels like, oh, maybe you're revving too high or something. It's still gonna change that gear. I don't like that. Like, what's the point of having Sport and Sport Plus if you're not gonna let the driver control the car how he wants to? What's one car I would like for them to put on like a sim game? The TLX. Just because in real life I can't go and push it anywhere. In a game, at least I would have that option to, you know, just go around and try to push the car, even though it's not a real thing, but, you know, do something that you can't do in real life because you're not rich. If I was rich, then I could probably take the car down to the States or something to a track, or Toronto. I don't know if Montreal has a track, I think they do. Up here in Alberta, I don't think there's a track. I haven't really looked it up. BC might have one. Oh boy, too late. This Macan does feel really good though. My favorite of favorite daily driver cars that's out there right now, daily driver, not really a daily driver. Let me go back with that. It's a daily driver if you're like filthy rich and you have California weather. Up here it's more of a weekend car that you can only use for 6 months. But the new Porsche 911, fuck man, it's just beautiful. That whole bar, see that car looks really good with that the light, the brakes at the back. It looks so good on that car. Even the Panamera looks really nice. The Cayman looks beautiful as well, especially that GT4. But that 911, man, wow. And guess what? Project Cars 3 has it, but it's not gonna handle, not even close to a real car. So what's the point of having it? Just to piss me off. That's what it is. Me and other gamers, right? It's sad. It's sad. I wanted to return that game so bad, and PS Store doesn't let you return games that you already downloaded. And that's part of the reason why I usually like to buy discs, because I have returned games in the past. Like, I go to EB Games, and I get like 15 days or something to test the game. I think that has to do with the card I have. I think it's a platinum or a gold. I'm not sure how it works anymore. I haven't bought any in a while from there. But I know like a regular customer, you get like 3 days or 2 days. Then if you get the card and you get like a gold status or a gold card, you get like 15 days, I believe. I might be wrong about all this. It might be 3 days for the gold card. I'm not sure. But you have a chance to, you know, test the game, and if you don't like it, you return it. Which did happen to me way back in 2015. I bought Bloodborne. Didn't know how to play it, that was the problem. So I hated the game right away. And 2 hours later, 2 or 3, I returned it. I was like, I can't play this. But the guy's like, oh, but the game's so good. Like, yeah, man, but I don't know. I don't know how to play it. So I suck at it. Eventually, a year later or something, or 2, it was like either for free or dirt cheap on PSN. So I got it again. Played a little bit more, I gave it a second try, got to like the 3rd boss, gave up again. I was like, oh man, there's no point, I can't do this. And then one day I woke up and I was like, fuck me, man, I don't like to quit. I'm gonna beat that game. I'll be honest, I beat that game with help. Like a lot of fights, a lot of the boss fights actually summoned NPCs or other players online. I would say for maybe half or more than half of those fights, boss fights, I did that. And yeah, I beat the whole game. Then I was like, oh man, I should get the DLC. So recently I bought the DLC. You can't even hop into the DLC right away. You actually have to be like 3 or 4 bosses just to unlock the DLC. But I did that. I was like, you know what? I'll do that. And I did upload that to my account here. And so much fun. Hard as fuck, obviously. But man, I have a lot of respect for guys that actually dominate that game, because that game is not easy at all. Bloodborne, Dark Souls. I'm currently playing Dark Souls 2. Super fucking hard. I think it's I think it's much harder than Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, in my opinion. But maybe that's because I'm just kind of at the beginning. Maybe it gets a lot easier later. I don't know. I still haven't even fought a boss on it. I've just been going around exploring, trying to level up as much as I can. I was playing Neo 2 as well for the last year and a half. I kind of go on and off on that one. I like the game, but I think it's a troll. Sometimes, like, you're beating a boss and he just one hits you with one slam and just kills you instantly. That kind of pisses me off after all the hard work a person's putting in. Another Souls-like game I'm playing is Mortal Shell right now. That one, I'm really liking it. And I believe it's a lot easier than Dark Souls and Bloodborne because it has a mechanic. If it didn't have that mechanic, I would say it would be harder. But because it has a mechanic called the Harden mechanic, so basically, you know, it refreshes, and every 10 seconds you can harden your body, and when you do that, the enemy hits you and you won't take any damage. So you can basically go, attack the enemy, harden, roll away, back up, wait for that thing to refresh. It's like 5 seconds, it's not even that long. It refreshes, the bar's full again, it gives you a little ding, oh, I know how to track, gives you a little ding, boom, you're ready, you can harden again. Go, attack, harden, go back. And that's it. Sometimes you forget to harden, so the enemy hits you. But that makes the game a lot easier. But the game is really good in my opinion. It doesn't have to be the hardest thing ever, it just has to be fun. That's how I think about it. I think the game is super fun so far. Already beat a boss, first try, completely different from Bloodborne and those other games. First try, get that done. Because you get to harden. If I couldn't, I'd probably lose that match. Or that fight. Yeah. I should probably switch cars here. So my best lap with this so far was a 3-minute 06. Not too bad. I don't know what the best is on this. I'm not trying to go for that. But handles pretty well. I like it. Maybe I should get one. Nah, I can't. Don't make enough yet. For my next trick, I shall try a different vehicle. Let's go retro. Ooh, I don't think I've even driven this in a sim yet. I can try. I may have on Project Cars 1. Maybe. If it's on it. And I think there's a car like that or similar. Or I could just go full crazy with this. The C9. From 1989, I was 2 years old. I think I can try this one. Let's see how this thing handles. Livery. I like to change liveries. I like to see how creative things get. Well, I'll go with, oh, what's that? Let's go with this Assetto Corsa livery. Technical specs, 370 horsepower. Not bad. I thought it had less. But it is also a race car. Top speed, 280 kilometers an hour. Weight to power ratio, 2.64 kilograms per horsepower. Alright, continue. What track did I select? Did I select the same thing? Spa? Oh, Spa again. Okay, everything, boom, boom, boom. 0 stability control. Here we go again. Okay, so far, BMW M3, the old one. Really good, really fun, drifty. The Macan, fucking awesome to drive. I had no idea that car was so fun to drive in this game. I had no idea. I've been thinking about trying it multiple times and just haven't done it. Till today I was like, yeah, you know what? Project Cars doesn't let me use the wheels, so let me fucking play Assetto Corsa. I could go play Assetto Corsa Competizione, but I like this one for the fact that I could just like grab a car from a multiple, like, you have so many cars in this game. I can just select a daily driver car and go test it out, because that's what I like to do. It's not even the racing stuff, it's the fact that you just go and try cars on tracks. I like doing that. Assetto Corsa Competizione, it's race cars, so you don't get that. You just get like a handful, I don't know, maybe 12 or 18 cars. Maybe not even. But they're all race cars. They all feel great. The game is insane. That one feels fucking legit. This one just gives me more liberty to like, try different vehicles. This Mercedes nowadays looks ugly. The lights work. Looks kind of ugly now, but back in the day, I'd buy it. Sounds very good, too. Let's see how it handles. It's a race car, so I'm thinking it won't, it's probably not gonna drift and stuff. But holy fuck, it sounds crazy. 6 gears. Does it have one more? I doubt it. I gotta say, Assetto Corsa, this one specifically, is probably my favorite sim game. Even though it's not a super hardcore simulation, racing sim, it is probably my favorite. Even more than Gran Turismo. Oh, there we go, Spinnerino. Boom. Even more than Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo lacks on that feel of the realism there. This one goes a little further with the mechanics and the details of how the car feels. Gran Turismo is just a lot of good stuff in it. That's all it has. And it feels great to drive. It just doesn't feel as realistic. This game, if they teamed up with Gran Turismo and said, hey, we'll take care of the mechanics, and you just take care of all the licensing, and you can put on these tracks that you guys make, and you can keep us on the FIA GT thing, or FIA GT thing, and, you know, keep everything like it is, but let these guys take over the actual driving mechanics. I think Gran Turismo would just kill everything. Especially if they would go with the mechanics of the new Assetto Corsa, ACC, even better. Because that game is, it's crazy. I like it. It's hard. Very hard. Yeah, I think that would be great, but that's not going to happen. They have their own studios, they have their own thing, but can you imagine if it did happen? I'm going to be honest about what I think happened to Project Cars. I think the fact that they joined Codemasters was the worst thing. Because I think all that arcadey stuff is coming from there. In my opinion. Because all the games of Codemasters are kind of, are pretty much arcadey, with some simulation elements. But for the most part, they're arcadey. And I think that's what it is. Those guys joined Slightly Mad Studios, and they were like, hey, gotta make this game, but you need to sell. So you're gonna have to make this game and do it this way. And they're like, oh, okay. So we're just gonna do whatever you want. Yeah, you have the money, you're the one helping us, okay. And they just gave up on what they created before. A really good game, which some parts were undrivable. They didn't put enough time to perfect them, and here I go again. Gotta ease on the pedal there. Alright. Slow. Alright, we're back on the track. That's what I think happened there. Codemasters. And they just butchered the game that they had. I would rather than, you know, grab these newer cars, because if you look at the car list for Project Cars 3, I took a look, and I would say 80% of the cars are exactly the same cars from Project Cars 2. 80%. From what I was seeing there. They added amazing cars that I've been waiting for on a sim game. But then they destroy the whole simulation, or whatever they had that they just had to tweak and make it a little better. No, they just went and destroyed it. Like, you know, they could improve some of the cars that they already had, like the Vulcan Aston Martin. That car could use a huge improvement. Even the Ford GT, the stock one, not the racing one, because there's the racing version and there's the street version. The street version is fucking almost impossible to drive. The racing version, I did a lap on the Nordschleife, it was fine, like I had fun, it handled well, but the base version, they didn't even put any, I don't know, it was impossible to drive. With me, I couldn't drive it. It was like so, how do you call it? You turn a little bit and it just fucking turns too much, or you turn too much and it just starts spinning. It was just ridiculous. On the other hand, this car feels actually pretty amazing. Old Balls Mercedes, let's call it that. Old Balls, fuck, the poor thing is like my age. No, that's the C9. What is it? I don't know, 80s? I'm from the 80s, so. My old balls? Maybe. I'm gonna try. That didn't work, I should have downshifted it. Okay, let me try to do an actual full lap properly. See what I can do for a full lap on this right now. A proper lap. Got distracted talking, so I'm not going to talk right now. I'm just going to push the car to the limit, see what I can do. Gotta talk one more time. So 3 minutes, 10 seconds is my best lap. I gotta go do less than that. Almost lost control there. Much better. 2 minutes 47. Not bad for old balls Mercedes. Not bad at all. I am proud of myself right now. I am so proud of myself. Alright, for my next trick I'm gonna do one last car. Try to make it an hour video. I already talked shit about Project Cars 3 without even playing it. Oh, I played for 1 minute with the controller. That's not the point. The wheel didn't work on the game, so I'm pissed off. Second point, I don't even have to play the game to know that I'm going to be super disappointed, because I've watched enough videos and gameplay of it to know that it's going to be absolute garbage. It'll be fun for people that have the expectation of, oh, I just want a racing game. I don't care what type or what it really does. I just want a regular racing game. Well, yeah, that's what you're going to get. But for the people that played that game or the previous ones and are looking forward to having something, something good and an improvement on the simulation, and they're not getting that. Instead, they're getting a fucking slap on the balls. It's sad. They shouldn't do that. You're going against the people that helped create your name. They might think the opposite. Oh, we weren't making enough money, so now we got to do this. Well, the sim racing community isn't that large. It's there's more now because things are getting more accessible and stuff. And I just started. I always liked sim games, but I just started. I got a wheel. Just started like 2 years ago, but I'm not a hardcore player. I have a full-time job, so just do this for fun. There's a lot more people that's what it is. They try to get into it. The peripherals cost so much money. Then when they finally get them, all they want is to get games that have like that simulation part, and that's what we're looking for. So you're always waiting for like a simulation game, and then these guys go ahead and slap me right in the balls, or give them a little let's go like a little boom boom. That's what they did on a little pee-pee flick. That's what they did to me. Like, here, this is what you get, and not just me, everyone else. All right, 787B. I actually work on 787s, but the aircrafts. On the airline that I work for, we operate on these flights. I don't fly them. I don't even want to try them. But been around the 87 a lot. It's funny that this car has the name of the 787, and then the B almost stands for Boeing. I know it doesn't really mean any of that, but it's just funny how it has that name. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the original. Tech spec 690 horsepower, 1.22 kilogram per horsepower, which is great. It's almost even. Almost. Let's see how this handles on the Nordschleife. Let's go, like, today I felt like waking up earlier. Let's do a 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock start for this. Alright, last car to test today. I actually ordered a VESA mount. Should be getting it tomorrow to hook up to my desk so that I could pull this 34-inch screen closer to the wheel and have it like right in front of me. That's what I plan to do. Because right now it's far. It's like literally 2 feet, maybe more. The good thing is it's a 34-inch ultra wide, so that kind of compensates. But I kind of have to look up, which sucks. I would like to have the screen right here, which I am gonna have, because I'm gonna get that VESA mount tomorrow. This is a beautiful car. I heard this thing sounds like a Formula 1 car. And not just heard, I've seen videos. I watch Donut Media a lot. I like to watch their videos. And they've actually mentioned this, and the car just sounds like a Formula 1 car. I wonder if it sounds the same on the game. We'll see. Alright. Sounds pretty damn good so far. Fuck, looks like it does look like a 787. No, it doesn't, but that wing right there, holy fucking shit. Look at the size of that thing. Oh yeah. Woo, that sounds insane. I'm gonna crash so much. Yeah, I didn't want to drive like this. I want it like that. But shit. This is like me in real life because I'm short. Alright, let's do this. this thing sounds so good. Imagine driving this on the street. First thing is you could actually push it because there's no cops that would ever catch you. Problem is, you'd probably be the only guy driving this, so they would catch you eventually when they look up where you're registered. It's fast. Sounds amazing. 5 gears only though. That I didn't know about this car. Handles pretty well. I'm pretty sure I'll still crash on this lap. It sucks that I only have 5 gears. This car needed a 6th one. At least it brakes really well. Sounds insane, like this sound is just fuck, it's music to my ears. Holy fuck, I love it. I'm gonna crash. Oh damn. Whew. Okay, I want to try this again without crashing. Holy shit, it sounds so good, I fucking love it. Oh man. That guy doesn't move. Go, Vinny. I'm gonna call this car Vinny. I call a lot of things Vinny. Wide turn. Holy fuck. I think I'm doing worse than before. Maybe I'm trying to push it too much. Yeah, that's the problem. Nope. Let's do this again. Alright. Let's do this. Just sounds so fucking good. Gotta give it more throttle control too. Thing with this G29 pedals, they have a problem. I don't know if more people concur with me, but my problem with the G29, the pedals are like super light. Like, you know how most cars, the pedals have some resistance to it, like you actually have to press that shit? On the G29, the pedals are just, it's just like a button. You're just pressing a button. Holy but Jesus, this thing's so fucking fast. I wish the PS4, I wish this game supported VR on the PS4. Because for people that haven't tried, racing sims in VR are fucking, it's the shit. It's the best. You can put as many fucking screens as you want in front of you. In VR, it's gonna beat everything because you have you can actually see everything. You can look into the curves. I know Project Cars actually has that on one of their cameras. They kind of tilts the head looking into the curve. It's like, well, kind of defies the point now that you fucking went away from simulation. But in VR, you can totally do that. And I totally do it when I'm playing, for example, Gran Turismo. Even Gran Turismo in VR is freaking amazing. I can't imagine. And that's another part of why I want to get a decent PC so I can play these titles on PC, maybe. Fuck. I'm a stubborn guy. I'm gonna have to do a full lap on this track with this car. But yeah, what I'm talking about. Having VR, then I'll probably have to buy VR again. I know there are ways to make the PSVR work on PC, but It's probably not going to work very well, I'm assuming, because it's not made for it. So right there, when I lost control, was throttle again. So when I'm coming out of the curves, I really need to ease on the throttle. I can't. This case it was a bump. Not proud of myself. This case was a bump. It wasn't even the throttle. Fuck me. Okay, I gotta do a lap on this. I gotta do a full lap on this. Might have to slow down a bit. Avoid these curbs too. Apexes. I'm not even going to go on second gear because that was part of the problem. There we go. Take off. 787 ready to fly. Holy. Sounds better than a 787. Ooh, you're gonna crash. I got too excited. Oh, he does move. I actually never noticed him move. Here we go again. The lap shall be done. I want to see how fast I can lap on this car. Let's go. Car makes this track feel like a roller coaster. Not that it doesn't, it already feels like a roller coaster like all the time. Gotta slow down here. There aren't many cars on these sim games that I can actually curve right there without braking a bit. Holy. Third gear. Alright, let's go. Ease out of this curve. Give her gas again. Here we go again. Boom. Now is the part of the roller coaster where you go down. You can get you can go so fast right here. And I'm gonna pull right here. I'm gonna brake a bit because I know exactly what happens right there. I'm gonna put one shift down here. And I'm gonna go second gear here. And then I'm gonna cut in. Cut out. Don't you spin on me. Here we go again. I'm trying to be more careful. I've spun out enough times that I don't want to be doing it again. I want to make sure I complete a lap. Whoa. Fuck, man. Why do you like that? You do this to me. Fuck. It was going so well. Shit. It was going so well. Lose a tiny bit of control and you're done. You're done. Turn. Technically out of the track. Was I low? Should dare spin on me. halfway in this track with this car yet. That's bad. It's real bad. Brake a bit here. Here we go again. I should probably shut up, because when I talk, that's when I keep fucking up. I said this car needed a 6th gear. Can barely handle it on with 5 gears. Don't spin. Trouble here. Imagine when I get to the last section of this track. If I get there. I'm not too far from just giving up for this one. For now. So scared. Holy shit. Barely see. Don't you spin on me. It is this frickin' pedals, man. They're so light. You press it a little bit and it just wants to, just gives her gas. I wonder if I could DIY, put some sort of spring in it to create some resistance. That means I would have to open up the whole pedal box and go from there. Maybe that is a project I should do. Or I should just buy that Fanatec CSL. But I really don't know if that has the same issue. I also haven't asked. Okay, waking up this early was not a good idea. The sun's right on my face. 11 o'clock was just fine. 9 a.m. Note to myself: don't do 9 a.m. Track times on Assetto Corsa. Slow down, bud. You're out of control. Spin. Do it. The car. Alright, here comes my favorite. Just kidding, it's the worst part of the track. It's the funnest part of the track, but the most messed up part of the track. You can easily spin out. You can easily mess up your whole lap time. You can mess up everything so easily right here. Especially if you overthink it. Much of a pussy I'm being right now with this car. Big pussy. Somehow I've kept it in the track. I can imagine some of these guys maybe doing 6 minutes with this car. I'm gonna do probably 7, maybe more. Maybe not even 7, maybe more than 7. Don't dare spin. Jeez. This thing is so aggressive. I'm also really taking it easy right now because I'm done spinning out. I'm not doing 7 minutes. I'm gonna go more than 7. Gotta be careful there because I know that place is like spin bait right there. Alright, last stretch. Gonna do 7 minutes, 15 seconds maybe. Which is not that good. I honestly don't know what the best laps are on this. Probably low 6s, I'm gonna say. Maybe not even 15, maybe more. 7:20. Maybe it is the 15. 7:12. Whew! Man, you sound good. Holy bejesus, that was intense. Can I put on my e-brake? No. I'm curious to see how fast people go on this. Probably very fast. Let's take a quick look. So Mazda 787B. Nordschleife time. 6 minutes 30 seconds. Wow, that's fast. Is that the best one? Oh, this is just some guy's video. But it's like the first thing that shows up. Like it actually shows up like that. Whoa. Shows up like that on Google search, so it's probably the fastest. It's insanity. 6 minutes 30 seconds. That's freaking fast. Seven minutes. 12. Wow. Oh, Mazda 787B lap time 5 minutes 49. GT Planet. Gran Turismo 5. Okay, that one, because it's GT, car doesn't really spin out that much. It's not the same. I would say this is Assetto Corsa is much more intense and realistic. That's it for today.